Hey, fuckface McGillicuddy fucknuts, it's football time! Welcome to That's Good Sports, I'm Brandon, the terrible psychic Perna. Pretty sure last week was a disaster for my picks and my brain. I think I got like half, maybe less. Don't go back and check, maybe less than half right. So, if you're watching this video, you need to ask yourself, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because even though I have proven to suck, you're coming back for more. Because apparently you like suck. That's good sports. This episode is sponsored by BetDSI.com, one of the best sports books out there. Check the link in the description and use my code GOOD25 and BetDSI will give you $25 to wager however you want. Last week I said the Patriots would not cover the spread and that the Bucs and Pats would not cover the over-under, or that they would be under. I said they would be under, and I won some money for myself. So this week, you should probably do the opposite of what I say because I feel like I'm only good for one accurate prediction per season. The 1-4 Bears at the 3-2 Ravens. One bet I do like this week is the Baltimore Ravens to cover the 6-point spread at home against the Bears. Chicago's offense did not look good against Minnesota, and I think the Ravens defense will be equally challenging for Mitch Trubisky in his second start. Two of the Bears' scores came on trick plays. One of their touchdowns was a deflected ball that should have been batted down. The Ravens have a million injuries, but I don't care because I'm not buying into the Mitch Trubisky hype yet. He really only looks effective running the bootleg or on rollouts, which is a great skill to have, but I think he needs a lot of time to develop, and I think if the Ravens take that away, he's going to make a lot of mistakes in the passing game. Ravens win, and I think cover the 6-point spread. The 4-1 Packers at the 3-2 Vikings. This should be an ugly NFC North Division game between two teams that hate each other more than Eminem hates Donald Trump. Which is weird because historically speaking, Vikings survived on their ships by eating cheese. You'd think they would appreciate that about cheeseheads. And just like the Christianization of Scandinavia and the feudal system, so will Aaron Rodgers end the Vikings. The dude is magic. He's so magic that he's the Prestige plus Magic Mike 1 and Magic Mike 2. The Packers could be down 20-0 with 2 minutes left and no timeouts in the fourth quarter, and I'd say I still think they have a chance because of Aaron Rodgers. And don't look now, but the Packers are Aaron squared with rookie running back Aaron Jones, who looks legit. Give Rodgers a reliable running back, and the Packers will murder an entire fleet of Vikings. The 0-5 49ers at the 2-2 Washington Redskins potatoes. Washington is coming off a bye week and are better than their 2-2 record suggests. The two teams they have lost to are the Eagles and Chiefs, and the Chiefs game was very close. The 49ers have lost 2 overtime games and are just trying to make it through the season so they can draft a quarterback next draft. I will take Washington and Kirk Cousins in this game. The 3-2 Lions at the Dos and Dos Saints. A little Spanish for that ass. Man, the Lions have lost 2 tough games in the last 3 weeks. Matthew Stafford nearly led a fourth quarter comeback for Detroit against the Panthers. He had the shit beat out of him in the game. I think it's my fault though. I picked Detroit to beat the Panthers and Falcons. They lost those games. I picked them to lose to Minnesota and they win. So, as someone who wants to see the Lions win, I am willing to lose here and right this wrong and pick the Saints to win. Drew Brees will probably throw 4 touchdowns since Cam threw 3, and plus, New Orleans has karma back on their side after trading away Adrian Peterson to the Cardinals and are rested after having a bye week. Saints win. The 2-2 Dolphins at the 3-1 Falcons. Miami, with or without the aid of cocaine, is still a terrible team. They did beat the Titans, who have turned into one of the most disappointing teams in 2017. Atlanta, another team well-rested from a bye week, will beat the Dolphins handily at home. Matty Ice will freeze the Dolphins and sell them to a Japanese company and have them turned into tuna meat. That sounds good. The 0-5 Browns at the 2-3 Texans. Kevin Hogan is your starting quarterback for the Browns. He did look better than Deshaun Kaiser last weekend. The Browns definitely drafted the wrong Deshaun this offseason. Look, Cleveland, this is what happens when you try and get too cute by stockpiling a million fucking draft picks. You still need to know which players to take in the draft, shitheads. You could have had Myles Garrett and Deshaun Watson and Deshaun Kaiser. And now you're in a race with the 49ers and Giants for the first pick in 2017. So the Browns lose this game to the superior Deshaun, who ain't even sweating about losing J.J. Watt and Whitney Merciless on the other side of the ball. The 3-2 Patriots at the 3-2 Jets. You know why I love football? Because nobody, not a single expert in the football world thought that at week 6, the Jets and Patriots would have the same record. Nobody, not even the entire Jets organization, not even this actual Jet. The Pats are struggling. They are actually worse than their record suggests, and Tom Brady now has an AC joint sprain on his non-throwing shoulder, which is unfortunate because his hurt butt just healed from the week 1 pounding the Chiefs gave him. The Pats do get Gronkowski back, which is big. So why am I picking the Jets to win at home? Because I hate the Patriots? Maybe. But because 2017 is NFL Bizarro year. And we'll probably end with the Lions-Jaguars Super Bowl that goes into triple overtime because neither franchise really wants a Lombardi trophy. The Jets' defense is only slightly better than New England's. The Jets' offensive line is even worse than all of their no-name skill players. Josh McCown is the best player on the Jets. In New York, they have no business winning this game. And I picked them to win because I know nothing about football in 2017, and I have the courage to admit it. I know jack shit. The 2-2 Buccaneers at the 2-3 Cardinals. This game is not interesting, but these teams are. Both Arizona and Tampa Bay have a lot of talent on their roster, yet neither one can put together wins the way they should. Adrian Peterson, I think, may actually help Arizona. I believe he's a better fit for their offense than whatever the hell fucking New Orleans was thinking. The question is, can he provide relief to one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL? The Cardinals line is atrocious. That's why they suck right now. I really don't know who will win this game. I don't know. I don't know how Arizona keeps losing with that talented secondary, with Larry Fitzgerald, with... maybe that's it. I mean, they've got Patrick Peterson back there, Branch, Bethea, the Honey Badger, and it's just a matter of time before those guys shut down an opposing QB. But I think it's another week away. I'm going to go with Jameis Winston, who's going to play good this week for some reason and be super accurate for some reason. Bucks win, but I don't feel good about this pick. The 3-2 Rams at the 3-2 Jaguars. The Jags are becoming one of my favorite teams to watch. Last week, I said the Jags are going to win all the games they should lose and lose all the winnable ones. They destroyed the Steelers, and I feel like my theory has been proved. The problem today is I still don't know if the Rams are any fucking good. They lost to Seattle in a game they had plenty of chances to win. The other thing I noticed about Jacksonville is they have one, lost, one, so that says they should lose this week. I think they should beat the Rams, which also means they will lose this week. I have to pick the Rams, or else my system is a myth, just like lasting happiness in this fucked up world. The 1-4 Chargers at the 2-3 Raiders. The Chargers are on the longest winning streak they've had all year. A one-game win streak. And the Raiders have lost 3 in a row, making all the people saying the AFC West was the best division in football look stupid. Thanks for making our division look stupid, Oakland. The Chargers are one of the worst tackling teams in the league. They're on the road, so give me the Raiders and a desperation win with Derek Carr, presumably returning to the field. The 3-2 Steelers at the 5-0 Chiefs. The most impressive thing about Kansas City is that 3 of their 5 wins so far this season have come on the road. They beat New England week 1 in Foxborough and the Texans last week in Houston. And even though the Steelers were terrible against Jacksonville, I think this will be the toughest road game for KC thus far. After having to resort to using Big Ben in my fantasy leagues a couple times over the last few years, I can say this. One week, he will throw 3 picks, 1 touchdown for like 130 yards. and the next week he'll throw 450 yards and 4 touchdowns. Jacksonville took 5 away from him, and the Chiefs' defense is just as capable at doing the same, as they are a top 5 team in the turnover differential. But the Chiefs are banged up and could be without 3 of their receiving targets, Travis Kelce, Albert Wilson, and Chris Conley. To make things worse, the Steelers are the toughest team to pass against in the NFL right now, probably because they are terrible against the run, which is good news for Kareem Hunt and Sharkandrick West, who had a hell of a game against Houston. But I'm going to stick with my theme of picking against the grain. KC is due for a loss. The Steelers still have 2 of the best weapons on offense in the NFL, in Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. They are at the top of their division still, fighting tooth and nail. I think they bounce back after an embarrassing loss and beat the Chiefs at home in a high or low scoring game. Broncos and Giants come back tomorrow for an in-depth look at the Giants vs. Broncos game. Spoiler, I'm picking the Broncos. The 2-3 Colts at the 2-3 Titans. The Colts have some fight in them. Despite Jacoby Brissett throwing an interception in the red zone that led the game into overtime, they managed to get a win on the leg of Adam Vinatieri. Marcus Mariota has a hamstring injury. He will be a game-time decision, but as a QB who relies on his legs to make plays, I don't like him even if he plays. Hamstrings, they're nagging injuries. Never taken seriously enough. Tennessee will be without receiver Corey Davis, and one of their best linemen, Taylor Lewan, is dealing with a knee injury. I liked what I saw from the young running back Marlon Mack last week for the Colts. He will get more carries, and if the Colts run the ball consistently, Jacoby Brissett and T.Y. Hilton could continue to make big plays throughout the game. I'm going with the Colts on Monday Night Football. And those are your Week 6 picks. If you want to go to a football game this week, check out my sponsor, SeatGeek, with the link in the description. Use my promo code ThatsGood. You'll get $20 off your first ticket purchase. That's a pretty good deal. That's a fair deal. I'm giving you $20 of savings if you were planning on spending money for football tickets. I like SeatGeek because they rank their ticket prices so you know whether or not you're getting screwed. You can preview your seat before you buy it, and you can do it all from your phone. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Subscribe here on YouTube. Share the shit on Facebook if you like sharing. If you think we would be friends, share my videos, please. It's the only way the word gets out anymore, you know? Word of mouth, word of share, word of like. Click it, share it, like it, love it, list it, shove it, stick it.